A very warm welcome everyone to tonight's stream, and I hope the camera is still right. Yeah, okay, I just kicked it, so you never know what that does. Hey there, Mystic Fjord, great to have you. I hope packing goes well for you, because your move is coming closer and closer, isn't it? Exciting times, also quite terrible times usually. Moving Shadow, great to have you. Thank you so much for joining us. Today we are going to check out probably one of the better collection boxes on the Commodore 64 and one of the final ones I actually own. The In Crowd from Ocean. It has some really awesome games in here. Giant collection of the greatest computer games. I don't know, would Skyrim be on here? I think not. So how great is this pack actually? But yeah, it has 8 really cool titles here. 8 top computer hits. The In Crowd. Cool. But before we actually go there, of course I need to give Griso his contribution. Otherwise there will be issues. What did you say, the Mystic Fjord? Thank you for the support. Oh yeah, no problem. I know what it's like to move out, and it's no fun to make that happen. And for me, it wasn't even that bad of a thing, because you know, when I move, it's only a couple of streets across. But for you, it's quite a trip. Going from Canada back home. I'm getting it. Come on. Good. How much do you still have to go for packing? Almost ready, or just starting out still? That's my finger. Thank you very much. Not like I had any holes there to begin with. There you go, buddy. You will get more later on, maybe, if you behave. If you behave. Eating my finger wasn't a very good start. For tonight I have a lovely little beer, has a bit of a head, it seems. This, oh wow, from Germany to Tennessee. Way to one up Mystic Fjords, yeah, because that's even further. That's quite a move. Wow. Am I going to live in Tennessee? So today I have a lovely Trappist beer from Akko, I think. Let me get it there. Which is a nice brown beer. It's a bit strong. It's 8%, so we might run into Tipsy Sap. He also didn't really eat much today. So you know, that's never a good combination, but whatever. Tipsy Sap is fun sap, so that's no problem, I guess. But cheers. Yeah, I love these brown beers in general, especially the Trappist beers. They are a bit sweet, but not too much. Just the way that I like them, basically. But yeah, Tipsy Sap is fun sap. Drunk Sap is annoying, obnoxious sap. But we haven't seen him in quite a while. Oh man, that is awesome, man. Congratulations. Let's go on to the Commodore 64 here. That's number 2. Yeah, there we go. I already started it up. I did not do a sound check, so hopefully everything will be okay. But I didn't really change anything, so it should be. So 8 games. I think this box has. Oh wait, I should actually show the contents. It has a giant manual. I mean, look at this big boy here. Probably in different languages too. Oh, upside down. This is the front, yes. So you know, we can look up some games there. He's also going to check his if he can get into the box of treats. Comes on 4 cassettes. I suspect like each game has one side. So yeah, let's just go through them in order, I suppose. Not the order of the box. I don't really know what the order of the box is. We could lock it up, but it doesn't really matter now, does it? Yeah, for real. Like I was kind of when I also got the PS2 games last week. Like just those manuals are still so cool. You know, many of them are fully colored and such. Really miss that nowadays when we don't have that. What does this have? This has, I can't read that. It's Ocean always had these poor design choices for the cassettes, where they decided, yeah, blue is a perfectly fine color on a black cassette. No, it's not. Try yellow or white, you know, that would make more sense. Anyway, 1988. These games probably came out before, but the collection is from 1988. This is tape 6. What the heck? Is there a second layer in here? I don't think so. Oh, there is. Look at that. There's a second layer in that. Did I even play those ever? So this is tape 3. This is it's all messed up, isn't it? It's all messed up. This is tape 2. Where's 1? 5, 1. This is 1. Let's just start with 1, I guess. Might as well. This was 5. Yes. Yeah, I'm making a right mess of everything already. Let's just put it over here. This is tape 1 anyway. Sorry, I did not pay attention to the chat. The Shin Megami Tensei 3 manual was really nice. Which one was that? Is that the PS2 one with Dante in it? I do have that one somewhere. Which they actually promote on the box, even though, you know, it's just one character. Whatever. Alright, so this is... Tape 1 is Platoon. I haven't watched this movie in a really long time. No, I need to... And it has a bunch of versions out there. There's the Commodore 64 version, obviously. There's also a version on the NES. And they are tough games. I don't think I've ever gotten out of the jungle bit at the beginning with those barbed wires and such, and it's a bit mazy as well. But there is multiple game modes in this, if I remember correctly. Let's see what the blurb on the back says. Please load. Don't be the first game that already doesn't load. That'd be a shame. Yes, it works. Yeah, so then it must be the one that I have as well, and I enjoyed it pretty well. I don't actually remember what the manual was like that you mentioned it, but just in general, you know, those old manuals, they were a blast. Also for the NES, like the Zelda manuals are still so awesome with the custom art and such. Platoon. Lead your platoon deep into enemy territory. You can almost feel the humidity, sense of threatening dangers as you encounter the enemy and his many booby traps. Yeah, those stupid barbed wires, I remember. Having found the underground maze of tunnels, enter at your own peril. Enemy soldiers lunge at you from the murky waters within, but this is the only way you can find vital information. If you come out of this alive, you'll be just one of the few. Do we need to do anything? No, not yet. Does this one have a cool ocean loader? Would be nice. That's in French. Let's not bash the French. Hey there, Jason. Awesome to find you on here. Cool. And yeah, it's the humidity that will kill us. Although we live in the Netherlands here, and we have quite high humidity in general over here. So I'm used to it, I guess. So yeah, I need to check it out. I'm pretty sure I have the one, but I like manuals. I appreciate them nowadays, but back then I didn't read any manuals. Loading. Let's see, what does the thing say about a platoon? Man, why can't the whole manual be in font like this? This is nice and big, but unfortunately you turn the page and it goes back to tiny. Tiny for me, it's normal text. It's not especially small. Let's see, what does it say about platoon here? You are a raw, young recruit in platoon of 5 deep in enemy territory, unprepared for the challenges that lie ahead. Realization dawns that you must not only survive the physical ordeals, but reclaim your sanity amidst the horrors and injustices of war. I think in one of the latest stages there is something with morale at play. I don't... It's been a while since I played much of that. Yeah, isn't that the truth, right? I only read manuals when I got stuck in a game where I had to figure out what the heck I was supposed to do or something. But otherwise, I would just skip out on the manuals. Because I hate reading. Lisa was busy with the box of treats there. As the game progresses, you must overcome the hostilities in the different environments presented to you and ultimately survive with your sanity and morale intact. There are 6 sections in this experience, each presenting you with a more arduous problem. There will be casualties, as in any war, but the first casualty of that naive young soldier will be his innocence. Hey there, Theo, great to have you. Yeah, it's been forever since I actually watched the movie. Should be almost loaded now. General controls. Usual joystick options in 4-2 for up, down, left, right, yes. And spacebar used to throw grenades. And I guess fire is to shoot. M is for the music function. So that's good to keep in mind. M is for music on. O is for music off. Weird, wow, they don't have that as a toggle for just music. Hold on. Then copyright notice. Okay. Jungle and village. That's the first stage of the jungle. I keep saying barbed wire, but was it actually barbed wire or mines? Well, we'll find out soon enough. I'm sure I will walk into some. You must lead your platoon deep into the depths of the Vietnamese jungle and ultimately the village. Once there, you will search the huts for useful objects and ultimately find a trapdoor in one of the huts that will lead you to an underground network of tunnels. I think we are loaded, so let's give the game a try and see what we can do. I remember this game being pretty tough. But I have not played it in ages, and I think it's kind of the same on the NES. Not entirely sure. I am using this quick shot, right? Yeah, quick shot joystick. We also use this on Friday with Lester. I'm kinda still not sure if I actually like it or not. It's a bit too loose, but it does have a nice turbo feature over here. That's cool, I guess. I have it in the wrong words, as per usual. Or is it not actually started with the fire button? That's also... Yeah, there we go. Entering the combat zone. Alright, so... let me get acquainted here. Oh boy, already dead. Yeah, that looks familiar. Let's go for Mr. 2 over here. I need to... yeah, there we go. They are mine. I need to set the... what's going on with the screen here? Something doesn't look right. Probably has to do with the interlacing. It's set to retro. But I don't think that likes it a lot. Wait. Why isn't this one? This one only got injured? No, still doesn't like it. Oh, it is barbed wire. Let's see, what's the deal here? What sometimes happens is that I set the resolution to a pre-made one, and that sometimes messes up the image as well. I'm not sure why, it shouldn't. But let's have the capture card figure out what the resolution is on its own. No, it keeps being a bit... oh no, there's... are you kidding me? Straight from above. Let's try another mode here. Didn't have that issue last time, did we? Let's try this one. At least the menu is stable now. But not the moving though. Again out of the tree. Collecting... yeah, this is super hard. Oh damn. He's dead. I have also no clue where we're supposed to go. Oh, I actually killed the dude. And I got murdered again. I get no grace period. No, wrong side. Died. Go up. There we go. Let's see what wire here. Yeah, now we're getting somewhere, maybe. We're going in circles here. Hey there, Sue, great to have you. Yeah, the tripwires, it kind of surprised me too as well, because I also remember just not seeing them at all, that they blend in with the ground, and because of the higher fidelity of the graphics now, I guess, because I used to have just composite or even coaxial viewing. It looks a bit more clear now. You can actually see the tripwires here. But I'm not happy with the visual style here, and I'm not really sure what's causing it. Let's real quickly try to just disable interlacing, see what that does for us. Yeah, this looks a bit smoother. Yeah, and RF is, you know, it's what we had back then, but it is certainly the worst way to play your games nowadays. I think you... oh, dead end, awesome. I think you just have to go a bit and just hope for the best. Ah, too late on the draw. Oh boy. Can we go up? To be pretty precise, I have no clue where we're supposed to go. This is a bit of a mazy area. I'm pretty sure if once you know the route, it's not that difficult, probably. I don't think you really get an idea as to how to figure actually out where you need to go, is there? I'll just go to the right whenever I can, I guess. Usually the right is a good guess when it comes to the games in general. Seems fairly linear now. What's this? I got the explosives. Do I need those to blow up this stuff? Oh crap. I guess not. Man, I don't have time. No, that didn't do nothing. So let's go back, I guess. No, go. This platoon is not holding out long, I'm afraid. There we go. Man, I went further to the right than I thought. Now we need to go all the way back to another place. Do we go there? No. Look like we can. Let's go over here, I guess. The tripwire is right in front of the exit there. Man. It put me right on top of it, what the heck? Well, now we can actually go in here, I guess. And it's just a dead end. Awesome. It would be nice if we actually got to the village, but I think that, I hope so. If I were you. This is just going back to where we were before, I think. Yeah, I think so. No, because the barbed wire wasn't there before. So, maybe not. Well, last dude. I tried to duck, but you can't duck so far. Dang it. Didn't even get to the second level. We'll try it another time, right? Let's try it another time. It is pretty playable, and yeah, the higher fidelity of the graphics, they do help a lot here. Because I also indeed remember that those barbed wires, they were invisible, because look at that, like it is pretty much the same color as the ground. Those dudes are not fun to deal with. First thing I try, a dead end. Could also try the game with sound effects and not the music. Okay, alright. Alright. what did I... How did I pause it? Or did it crash? I tried to disable the music, but now everything is stuck. Nothing works. Yeah, I only saw this level as well. I have seen a LP a good while ago for the NES version. So I know there's different stages. MO run stop is a board game. Run stop again. Yeah, it's completely stuck. Well, that sucks. But I guess we can just move on to the next game. This one at least works. But it's a shame I didn't. Maybe if we have time at the end, we can load it again for another go. I don't know what I pushed, but something wasn't happy with it. Let's silence my phone there. What's number 2? What's number 2? And I think Platoon is also a multi-loader because the back of this one is also Platoon. So I guess for every section you need to load in again. This is 5. This is 4. Course. You are 1. So I will place you on the top slot over here. You are 5. Wait. And you are number 3. Which we need after number 2. I can't even count now. Oh boy. It's going to go splendid, isn't it? There we go. It's, nope, of course I didn't rewind it. Didn't even check which one was on here. Is the manual following the games as they come? Let's find out. So what will be the next game then? The bunker. Oh, it has a lot of different elements, I guess. Because that's the jungle and village levels. Then there is the bunker. Is that like the trenches? Then there is the jungle again. Then the foxhole. 4 different level types, I think. Ooh, barbarian. Barbarian is a interesting fighting game. Is it also barbarian, and does it say anything for the back? So we know that we need to turn it afterwards. Tape 2, this side, barbarian and predator. Okay, other side, predator. Kind of funny, both movies with Schwarzenegger in it. Although I don't think this barbarian is based on the movie or anything. No, barbarian is not a movie from Schwarzenegger. I'm just mixing him up with Conan, which is a barbarian, or who I should say, but obviously it is not barbarian itself. Probably there was a movie for that. Sounds like someone made a little indie movie out of. Anyway, barbarian seems to work. Cool, always a good sign. On the back of the box it says, the story so far, the evil sorceress Drax has agreed that if a champion can be found who is able to defeat his demonic guardians, the Princess Mariana will be released. From the wastelands comes an unknown barbarian, a mighty warrior, wielding his broadsword with deadly skill. Can he vanquish the forces of darkness? Only you can say. Gotta love those villains that the evil villains, that they have such important decisions on the outcome of tournaments. Like, did he go out to kidnap this this princess just to have a tournament? And yeah, I think I actually saw Jim do that video on that those barbarians. That looked real ugly, that barbarian game. And yeah, cool little ocean loader. Love these tunes that they put out. Do let me know if the audio levels are good or if they need adjusting. It looks okay from the meters, but that doesn't always say everything. Those meters can be kind of deceiving with how stuff actually sounds. Barbarian, the story so far. We've had that. Only yes, exact state blurb was in the on the back of the box. There's 2 parts. Combat practice, 1 player or 2 player. Perfect your swordsmanship against the finest warriors in the land. Yeah, and this game does have a 2-player mode where you can lop each other's heads off, if I remember correctly. Or was that only the Highlander game? Or is there a connection between the games? And part 2 is fight to the death. I mean, yeah, in practice, and you lop each other's head off, it'll grow back. Barbarian fighting moves. The following instructions are for a right-facing character. For a left-facing character, moves are reversed. Do you start in the right? Because that's so atypical for what we're used to with fighting games nowadays. Joystick. Okay, so without having the button pressed down, you jump, move, roll, crouch, or protect the body or head. That is very unintuitive, because blocking the body needs you to point the joystick up right and the head up left. It's kind of weird, I think. Anyway, with the fire button pressed down, then up is the neck chop, then the head butt. Yeah, I'm going clockwise. Then the body chop, then the kick, then the leg chop, the overhead chop. What use is that? You swing your sword above someone's head. And the flying neck chop. And finally we have Web of Death. That sounds interesting. Scoring, don't care. Strength. Each character can survive 6 blows, which are displayed at the bottom of the screen. Player 1 on the left. Yeah, it is from the left. Commodore, what are the options? F1, 1 player or 2 player. F3 is music, sound effects. F5 is pause. F7 start the game. And Q is quit. Yeah, there aren't too many awesome games on the Commodore 64 that allow for head-to-head play, but this is probably one of those. It's fun. And yeah, it's a step up from. I'm not actually sure which one came out first, but there is a Street Fighter game, the first one on the Commodore 64 as well, and it is atrocious. There was also a sequel to that with a weird name. The dataset is making weird creaking sounds. I'm not sure if I trust that. Oh well, as long as it's not exploding, I'm okay with it. Or eat up the tape, that would be bad as well. When was this made? It was made by Steve Brown, cool. And the Specky version by Sean Griffin. I think the Spectrum version is also pretty good on this. And the Amstrad version by Andrew Fitter. Commodore 64 programming by Stanley Scambry. (1978). Yeah, Human Killing Machine. That's the one. That's the name. Thank you, Mystic Fjord. And that is a very bad game. And this one, not so bad. It's pretty decent, if I remember correctly. For an early fighting game, like in general, it's kind of hard to go back to these older games. But this one, if I remember correctly, that's right. What was right? F7, right? Don't do nothing. Can we start? Space? No? F7 doesn't do anything. No. This block is not pressed, and like F5 works. F3 works. But F7 does not. Let's see if I can change the other port. Maybe it'll work. Because this is nope, still doesn't work. What the heck? I know I've played this fast. Why don't you work then? Annoying. Stop. No. S, start. Nope. Numbers. Could of course be the case that the F7 key is just busted or something. Q works. Man, that sucks. Press every freaking button here. Let's try it with the shift lock, I guess. No, also not working. Because if you have the shift on, then basically F1 becomes F2. Yeah, I don't think we can actually play this one. Man, that sucks. Oh wait, I can... Can we add one player? Is it working now? I think it is. And still the wrong word. I'm not sure what happened. Because the F1 key also didn't want to do anything. Here we go. It's a bit choppy. Again, these older games, it is kind of hard to get back to, but you know, we'll get it. Let's try this again as we get dragged away. How do you even... Like, the manual says that you can use... there is a practice mode. How do you even select that? Because it didn't say that. Oh, it goes back to the demo, huh? Yeah, now it's... For some reason it works. I don't think your swords can actually clash with each other. You know, a shame. Man, blocking is real tough to do. You know, when you get used to the animations, I'm sure you can do it. We start right away. Hey, Grizo. How you been, buddy? Yeah, I think what happened was that I just didn't press F7 after the F1 key soon enough. Oh yeah, finally. That was what we wanted to do. I thought that only worked when you were low on health, but apparently not. You can always just lop someone's head off. Not sure what governs that to actually work out. Okay, I'm getting murdered here. Oh, I was a bit... There we go. Nope, not... Timing is a bit off. Well, we beat one dude at least. You can, you know, if you get used to the moves, you can, I think, fairly easy predict where the dude's going to slash and guard accordingly. But you need to be super aware. And blocking is just a bit of a pain in the ass. Like in more modern fighting games, it's more intuitive by just pressing back and maybe the direction. But here you need to press forward. I didn't hit him once. There we go. Or backwards in a very particular... Oh, need to jump there. I think the head chop is done by pressing up. Let's try that again, which was the... And you have to wait each time for them for him to walk back. Oh, aggressive much, dude? Come on. Yeah, that's the head chop. That's by pressing up. Or is that it? Huh. And you played it on the Commodore 64 too, Mystic Viewers, you said? or another version. Let me give this one more try. Well, I did it one time, so obviously it's not that hard. Yeah, it's back. It's back indeed. Like where he does the little twirl thing, which seems like a stupid thing to do in a sword fight, but who am I to judge? Oh, look at that, I actually blocked the thing. Yeah, I tried the Genesis controllers also, but I've been told, dude, lopped on my head. I've been told that that's not too smart to do. Not that it's a huge risk, but the Sega Genesis controller tends to... What did I win? What? Draws a bit more power than the Commodore 64 joysticks. So it can potentially damage the board. Because I was also thinking like, that would be great to use the Mega Drive controller on Commodore 64. Holy crap, give me a break, man. He was really going ham there. But yeah, this needs some practice and you can get good to it. I mean, it's pretty... Like, it's choppy. But it is a very relaxed... It's a bit choppy, but it is responsive, is what I'm trying to say. So it's just a matter of getting used to it and you can get further in. Yeah, I was not aware of this either, but some people started yelling at me like, oh, don't do that, it's not good for the C64. And I don't want to break my C64, so maybe they have a point. Just never knew it. Yeah, let's go for take numero... No, this one, because there was... Predator was behind this one, right? Oh, that's funny. Look at that. I pressed the reset button. And it just makes more dudes appear. That's funny. I'm not sure how many fights you actually have to go through. There was also a sequel, Barbarian 2, which was quite different in gameplay. I think that was more of a kind of like karateka, where you walk through a level and have one-on-one fights. It's been a while, but yeah, lovely game, Barbarian, that's for sure. Now Predator, I don't actually remember much of. So we'll see. There was also a Predator for the NES, which was a bit weird. Kinda, you know, basic side-scroller game there, with scorpions as enemies. I guess there was the one scorpion in the movie, so you know. Also, such an amazing movie. Another one I have not seen in quite a while. Oh, now it's actually not going through the games in order. Where's Predator at? Predator. Also should, of course, check out the back of the box. See what that one says. There we go. Yeah, my data set is continuing to make small noises. I'm not sure if it comes across on stream. It's creaking a bit. Predator. You've heard about Predator, the Schwarzenegger movie. Now you can play the leading role. Take a crack commando unit into the South American jungle to rescue a bunch of trapped diplomats. Should be easy enough, and so it would be if it weren't for the mysterious alien who keeps on taking out your men. Don't you just hate it when that happens? I love the Predator movie for sure. It's such a cool. It's a good time. It's a good time. Why is Arnie in black and white? I've not seen the newest one. I heard some mixed feelings about that. Although, to be fair, most of the negative reactions from them was because, well, it has a girl in it. So you know that's. Apparently, women can't take on the Predator. For some folks. Yes, Arnold plays Dutch. Always been such a weird name to me. You know, I know it exists, but it's just being Dutch myself. That sounds a bit weird. Predator. The first section of Predator will now load into your computer. Yeah, whoa, wait, what? And the cassette versions will load. The other games did not have this little loading thing because the first page of the manual is all about loading. And it's a multi-loaded game, which is obvious because it's also on the back. Joystick and keyboard. You control Major Shaler. Is it Shaler or no? It's Shaler. Using a combination of joystick and keyboard, or keyboard-only controls. C64 players, note that there is not a keyboard-only option on the C64 version of Predator. That sentence had a lot of redundant words. Commodore 64 owners may use any C64 compatible joystick with the joystick inserted into port 2. The hunt is on. A straightforward mission, they said. Top secret. Ha! Aren't they always? Oh cool, it even has a little intro thing. Don't see that too often on Commodore 64 things. We'll figure it out. It's loaded. We'll figure it out. How hard can it be? It's just probably kill stuff. It does not look like the ship came in, right? This is a typical flying saucer. The Predator ships look way more cooler than that, right? Oh, it was just the intro that loaded. Ah, great. Hate when that happens. Again, cassette tapes are not the best option nowadays for a quick game. We gotta rescue 3 presidential aliens and any surviving crew of a crashed helicopter. That's easy enough. Those pen pushers could never get by in that jungle. Out there, it's a fight for survival. And anyway, what were those stiff-necks from Capitol Hill doing in that neck of the woods anyhow? Top secret, I'll bet. But this time, it's different. They reckon some local guerrilla force is gonna make this very tough. Ha, at least it gives a bit of a challenge to a mercenary like me. Me? I'm the newest predator in the universe. I'm the meanest predator in the universe. I'll hurt And the manual fold is a bit in the way. Let's see. Where were we? I heard them high and low. I've got bullets stamped with their name and zip code. But this time, it's you that's haunted. You play the part of Major Alan Schiffer. Is not Dutch? Why is not Dutch? A seasoned military man heading up a crew on yet another straightforward top secret mission. Yeah, figured as much. You've got to get your team in and out fast. You watch as your soulmates Dylan, Ramirez, Mac, Hawkins, Billy, and Blaine leap from a hovering helicopter and vanish into a dense jungle. You take the rear guard. You soon find the crashed helicopter with no sign of life. That's not surprising, but something is odd here. Not quite sure what. No sign of your team either. You find Hawkins first, or at least what's left of him. What on earth could have done that to him? At least his weapon is nearby. That might come in useful. Those guerrillas put up sudden and hard ambushes, but with your reflexes, they are easily beaten. Clearly this manual doesn't know me. A swarm of vultures attack. They've been preying on something just up ahead. You can't believe your eyes. Green berets strung up from trees, stripped of skin. Something is definitely wrong out here. No guerrilla force has done this, that's for sure. Where the hell have your team got to? A cool bead of sweat trickles down the side of your head. It's sinister, and all the time, as you cautiously creep deeper into the jungle, you get the feeling that you're being watched. It's gonna take all your survival skills to outwit whatever it is that's lurking out there, and perhaps a small nuclear device. Yeah, when all else fails, just throw out the nuclear device. Hey there, Ben. Great to have you as always on both platforms. Let's see what we can do. I suppose we can play now, right? No? We're loading more. What was the point of that? Rewind to start of. Well, that's actually fast forward, isn't it? If you're on the first one. And press fire. Might also be handy to, turn the tape. Press play on tape. And then press fire. And now it has the lead up. So, it's black for a bit until it starts up. There we go. Right? I saw you do something. There we go. And the creaking has started, so it's probably something with this first sight that made the creaking of the data set. And it's gone all quiet. This one also doesn't have the neat ocean loader theme, unfortunately. Man, how long is this one to load? I thought it was a multi-loading game, but maybe it actually loads everything at the same time? Who knows? And what were your thoughts on what did you guys think of the second movie? In the city jungle, as it were. But it was kind of okay. Nothing like the first movie, that's for sure. But it was still pretty decent fun. Yeah, Guido, I know. And there were the Alien versus Predator movies, which were still kind of entertaining, don't get me wrong, I watch it. But not quite surprising that didn't win any Oscars. And that last one, I just didn't check it out yet. Barely watch any movies nowadays. For shame, I know. Yeah, I don't remember this one at all. Ow. Oh, we are exiting the helicopter here. And there we go. Oh, nice parallax scrolling. That looks pretty cool. Oh no, more of these dudes. And they come up in the bushes. That's no good. Oh man, this is... I can also jump. Man, the controls are a bit weird here. Do I need to do anything? I don't think so. Is there anything I can use space for? Space is a grenade. Yeah, we won't have much use for that because that's far away. Yeah, it looks like there. Or is this a parachute? I don't know. Do we have infinite ammo? There's a timer and it clocks down. That's no good. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, so this is kind of weird because if I press up, he jumps. But if I do a diagonal, he will move to the background. If I press down, he'll duck. But if I do a diagonal, he walks to the foreground. Not very... Oh no, birds! Arnie's mortal enemy. Bad luck, your game has ended. We didn't even see the bloody predator. Let's do it another time. Can we go another? Can we have another go? No, don't you dare, game. It's one of these, isn't it? Yep. It's one of these. Yeah, it works. This game is one of those games that have you rewind to the level start so you can load it in again. It's kind of sucky. Worst games on the tape versions at least. Maybe if we find this one on disc we might check it out sometime again. But I'm not going to load it in every freaking time. It just takes too long. And you die pretty quickly as well. So that's no good. So let's move on to cassette number 3, which was... That's 6. But that's 1. But that's 4. Guess I should put 4 over here. So this is tape 5, so let's leave it there. And this is tape number 3 then, you know, by order of elimination, there's only one more left. It's kind of weird. Not sure if it comes across on camera here, but it's kind of an off color. Like this is black, this is kind of gray. Kind of weird. But whatever, we'll see. As long as it works, I'm perfectly fine with it being a bit odd. And what's on here? This side. Barbarian Part 2. Combat School. Other side. Combat School. Wait, there's Barbarian 2 in here? Okay. Sorry about that. Glizo is once again decided to put himself on the keyboard, so he's keeping the 0 key on the numpad pushed down, which happens to be for the shortcut of closing down the stream, or at least going to the end screen. Yeah, Barbarian 2 is not on the back. So is it like a 9th game? The game box even says it has only 8 games. Why is there Barbarian 2 all of a sudden? It's an extra. It's an extra. We got a freebie. Yeah, Barbarian 2. Cool. What's with all the zeros? My synthesizer only read 3 of the zeros, by the way. Not sure why. Is it even in the manual then? Oh right, yeah. The times that I had to explain to people that no, I didn't write all those characters by accident in chat. It's Glizo just saying hi. Yep, Barbarian 2 is not even in the manual, so it's just an extra game, I suppose. Weird. Especially like on the third tape already. Yeah, Glizo likes to. Normally, when he is here, like I have my mouse here is behind him, so usually he will plant himself over my arm and fall asleep and such. He tends to be every evening. He tends to be here. That is so cool, yeah. Glizo has sent many a message through MSN, well, not MSN because he wasn't around then. There was his predecessor Knabbel, who used to use MSN, but Glizo does use Twitter and the Facebooks occasionally, and the Discords. Cool. The loader is back. Awesome. No, I don't use Insta. Now it just says Barbarian. It better be the second one. We already played the first one. I'm not very good with social media in general. I don't use it nearly as much as I should, but whatever. It's good to keep in touch with some people. But it's really Facebook, Twitter, and now Discord is kinda it for me at the moment. You should have the Discord server up, by the way, soon. Hopefully people will join it, just to make things a bit easier to have some fun times and fill that place up with some good memes and such, of course. But yeah, weird thing happened. I did try to find someone on Fiverr to make a logo, and he did an excellent job. It looks really cool, I think. But I also asked him for some banner things where I can change the picture around, or I can change the text, so I don't have to keep asking him for more. And he gave me a After Effects thing. Which would be easy enough to fix. Were it not that he decided to use a plugin that's $20 a month. They're like, what the hell, dude? I'm not paying $20 to just alter my text like once a year. I'm not really sure how I'm going to handle that piece of feedback, because I love his design, but it's kind of deviating from what I actually ordered from him. Nah, I'm probably still going to use it. It's just kind of annoying that that it turns out like that. And then I confront him and it's like, yeah, you can just search on Google. Maybe you can find it there. Yeah. That's great. That's real professional, buddy. Asking me to go hunt for cracks for these kind of plugins. That's just asking for viruses in general. So no, thank you. Just make it like I asked you to. But still, you know, the actual design looks awesome, so I'm probably still going to use it and give him his money. It wasn't expensive anyway. And who knows, maybe I'll never have to fix those, change those stacks in the future. But it's always smart to be future-proofing your stuff a bit, you know. But oh well, it is what it is. Yeah, probably because I am. What's my bitrate set at now? I think 7,000, which is actually 1,000 more than Twitch wants. So maybe that's causing an issue. Twitch is kind of finicky with the quality things. I'm not sure why they still don't allow for higher bitrates. Because YouTube does that, you know, for all the faults YouTube has, it at least does that well. But what kind of problems are you experiencing, Ben? Is it stuttering or is it buffering now and time? I don't know. I probably can't even tell for 4K. This is just Barbarian 1, isn't it? With a different skin. I thought it was completely different. And this looks like the final. I guess what this is not Barbarian 2. This is just like the final level of Barbarian. Because this looks like the final level with our evil dude over there. I mean, 4 seconds of latency isn't that bad. If I stream directly to YouTube, it actually goes way, there's way more or less latency. But when I use, let's give it one try, I guess. When I use Restream for the dual streaming, all of a sudden then YouTube will drag behind at some point, and I'm not sure what's causing that. Oh, come on, I hit him. Well, that's the first. But yeah, it seems like the more you have YouTube open, the more it starts to go behind for some reason, and I'm not sure. But yeah, we've played Barbarian. I'm pretty sure this is just the final level, which is kind of weird that you can load that in separately. Does this also add more dudes? Yeah. Look at the army of barbarians here. I'm sorry, I'm immature. I just like stuff like that. There was another game on here, right? Yeah, so on YouTube, I think what helps is just refreshing the page. Like if I go back to YouTube now, no, now the latency is not so bad actually. Huh, that's weird. I did try to ask the Restream like what's up with that, and they didn't help much because it took me like messages to even get through to them what I was even meaning to ask. But I think what the issue was for them is that they have to use the YouTube's API, and that doesn't really function well with the ultra low latency setting or something. I don't know. After a couple of messages I was just like, whatever, we're not getting anywhere. So, Combat School. Konami's arcade hit now for your home micro, and already on #1 hit. 7 grueling events featuring the assault course, firing range, arm wrestling, because that's a very, very handy combat skill, I suppose, and combat with the instructor himself. Combat School throws down the challenge to the toughest of don't know that word. Game stars. Thoroughbred? Thoroughbred? I don't know that word. What does the manual say? Oh, they actually put the credits in the loading screen. You don't see that too often, to be fair. Where they normally it's on the title screen. Yeah, give us some Sid tunes. We love some Sid tunes. I don't really remember this one either. Ocean really had some excellent loaders. Controls. The game is controlled by joystick only. Player 1, port 1. Player 2, port 2. Note: to start the game, if fire button on joystick in port 1 is pressed, then this will select one player game. If fire button on joystick in port 2 is pressed, this will select 2-player game. So I need to switch my joystick around. Control for different events. Assault course. Waggle left and right to build up the momentum and maintain speed. Press fire to jump over walls and onto horizontal ladder. Continue waggling. Always keep the waggling up, guys. Keep on waggling. Firing range 1. Use up, down, left, right to control your cursor and fire to fire your weapon. Iron Man race. Waggle your joystick up and down to build up and maintain speed. Move joystick left and right to move left and right. How can you waggle and move at the same time? Whatever, we'll see. Press fire to jump over any obstacle. Firing range 2. Move left and right to move your man in the appropriate direction. And press fire to fire your weapon. Arm wrestling. Waggle left and right to build up and maintain maximum power. Firing range 3. Move left and right to move your cursor in the appropriate direction. And press fire to fire your weapon. So this sounds kind of like those sports collections, which I do have still a couple of boxes of to do, but I don't generally like them, but I guess there's no much choice late in the coming weeks. Without the fire presses. Yeah, we'll figure that out, I think. Combat with instructor. Move left and right as normal. Up is to jump and fire to punch or kick. And the chin-ups, waggle left and right. Just waggle, guys. Keep on waggling. Wiggle for all that's worth. And the mission, walking, jumping, and firing, which is kicking gameplay. There are 7 taxing events, which will call upon every skill you can muster. To be the supreme fighting machine and graduate from the combat school, you must ensure that all events are completed in the specified time. I was not on Battletoads. What did we play that? Like the weird... YouTube has this weird thing where it seems to recognize something and then it goes like, ah, so you're playing that one. What did we play that even resembles Battletoads? Nothing. We played Platoon, that looks nothing like Battletoads. And then Barbarian. So I have no clue. That's a bit of weird sound for the Commodore. Oh man. Yeah, this one's not going into my top 10 sit tunes. Not sure what they were going for, but it doesn't sound super good. Let's see what we can do. Might be busted because it doesn't do anything. Oh wait, it does. Oh, waggle, 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 buddy. Oh, waggle, 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 waggle. Man, when do I need to press the freaking button, man? Oh man, it's been a while since I gave my joystick such exercises. Man, this is tough. I hate these kind of waggling games. Hey, Cliso. Yeah, he's listening to me waggle the joystick and he's like, what do you want? What do you want, buddy? Ben wants me to give you treats. Oh no! Oh no, I forgot your bowl. I need to get the bowl. Just a second, guys, I will get the bowl. I will get the bowl. Oh dear. Just a moment. Look what we got. It's empty, stupid. We need to put something in there, don't we? Let's see. So I have all his treats in this basket where I just, you know, when we start, I just put something in. But this thing usually goes flying somewhere during the stream because he wants to get in there for some reason. I wonder why. So let's give him a couple of dreamies here. He loves these. Oh, he loves... There's nothing he doesn't love, actually. I really need to make those commands work properly. Where actually stuff happens. But it's... shouldn't be too hard, actually, to get something like that working on both sides. So there's that. You'll notice that sometimes Griso picks his food up with his paw. He's kind of like a squirrel at times. It's kind of funny. Very atypical for a cat as well. He is a weird cat, but also very cute. Aren't you, buddy? And usually very hungry. You done? Hey, done. I guess he's done. He'll be inspecting that bowl for some more treats there. Yeah, sorry, the delay does happen somewhat. Hey there, Uber. Great to have you. Welcome to the stream. We are going for another try at Combat School. Should I use my... I think I will actually use my other joystick here. Because this one has a button on the side, so you can use one hand to actually do the waggling. And the innuendos. The innuendos! Yeah, awesome, man. Great to have you, and even more greater to hear that you are enjoying the stream. Like, the C64, such an awesome system, isn't it? Such a cool little system, and yeah, I'm just going over these tapes, see if they still work. And surprisingly, many still work. Let's see. There we go. That's how it's done, huh? No. I need to get the timing down. No, too late. I started out pretty good. Oh. Go, buddy, go! Ah, man. This is tough. It was, yeah, it was cool to, you know, if the cassettes, you only use cassettes for music first, and then, oh, I actually, I don't remember how to do this one. I guess just waggle, keep waggling, guys, keep the waggle up. This destroyed joysticks, by the way. No wonder this thing is so flimsy. Oh man, Griso, I don't see. Yeah, we had a disk drive as well, but very few games for that because they were so expensive. Do you hear those shot sounds? I'm not sure if it's coming across nicely, but those are such typical Konami sounds. Kinda cool to hear those on the Commodore 64 as well. Yeah, cassette tape loading, it was just cool, and it's very nostalgic to go back to that. It's not ideal, it takes forever. Let's give it one more try, I suppose. But I don't tend to like these kind of sports games. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, this the sit tune of the menu, not the best. Straight on top of that. Yeah, you just need to be a bit earlier than you expect. Then you're okay. So I want to go over here. Yeah, that works a bit better here. There we go. Look at me go. Look at me go. Can we actually make the finish line? Yeah, we didn't win, but we do improve. We had 1.6 seconds to spare here. We didn't improve someone. Man, this is a workout. Obstacle course, of course, I can do this thing. Man, shoot the thing. There we go. I'm not sure if I would qualify Griso as majestic, but he's cute. These a bit of a slob. Game over. I actually shot some things, man. It's I always have trouble with these kind of sports games. Not really my thing. And I have a couple of those collections that we do need to go over at some point. Just a moment, because Grizo just decided to go out of the room, and then he always... Like... Grizo is just like this, you know? What was it? Like this, and then he goes through the door and he just opens it all the way. And then he gets killing. Norwegian forest cats, they are awesome cats. You friendly as well, and they have these great patterns where they the light ones with gray and white. They look awesome. Thank you, Grizo. That was my beer. As I said, not very majestic, this one. I will need to clean that up as the next game loads, unfortunately. Let's rewind this one. Man, and it was one of my favorite beers too, man. Cats. Yeah, Norwegian forest cats have a very nice character. Lovely, lovely cats. What's the next one? Number 4. It's the first time, by the way, that he actually throws over my beer on the table, which he does because right next to it is a glass of water for, you know, just normal drinking. And for some reason, the water in a glass is always better than the water in the bowl. Tape 4, this side. Oh boy, this is a favorite for many people. So let's load that, and as that one is loading, I am actually going to clean up the mess here a bit. You know, if you don't, it'll get all sticky and stuff. Yeah. Having multiple cats can sometimes be a bit of a problem. Grizo used to have a brother which wasn't always nice to him as well. He's a bit of a dick. He was also very nice, at least to humans, very cuddly and such. But yeah, Grizo's also mostly been focused on food. So he did eat his brother's food all the time. Yeah, okay, Renegade 2. I'm going to get a cloth to clean this stuff up. Be right back. Here we are again, sorry about that. But again, if you leave beer on the floor, it'll get all sticky and nasty and stuff. And yes, cats being entitled, that doesn't sound too weird. That's a typical thing, isn't it? It's cats. But yeah, this is Target Renegade. Sorry about that. Just need a bit of a refresher. Really a good favorite for a lot of people. Hey there, Wouter. Yeah, thanks very much. Happy to have you lurking. And hopefully you enjoy it as well. Thank you so much, Wouter, for joining us. Target Renegade. What does it say on the box thing? Fight your way through the precinct, the back alley, the car parks. Find your way through the villainous community, the skinheads, the Beastie Boys, the bouncers. This is just the tip of the iceberg on your challenging quest to confront Mr. Big. Very concise. I'm not actually sure which came out first, Double Dragon or this game. Target Renegade. He's back, meaner, tougher, and thirsting for revenge. Matt, your brother investigating the nefarious dealings of Mr. Big, is caught in the act. The gangland boss meted out his punishment in the usual gruesome style, and now your heart pounds as you consider your alternatives. An eye for an eye, the phrase betters your subconscious. The plan is set. You move into action and make your way through the various levels to your final confrontation. The types of opponents you encounter on each level vary greatly, so a strategy must be learned if you are to succeed. Everyday objects may be used as weapons, but don't lose them, as they can be used against you. Simply, your objective is to survive through 5 stages to your confrontation with Mr. Big. Vengeance can be yours if you live. I don't think I've ever gotten too far in this game. I'm also not too sure if I gave it a whole lot of tries. I don't remember too much of it. And it just comes down to controls, really, because if you have the NES Double Dragon game, that this one is just, might still be cool, but it's with just the one button, things get real complicated real fast in the control department. Press the Commodore key to, okay. This game takes place in the city of Scumville. That's an awesome name for a city. You have 5 environments to progress through each of which, and progression through each of which is harder than the last. In each scene, you will encounter a different type of villain who will try and subdue you in a variety of lethal fashions, and at the end of each level is a doorway leading to the next scene. Wouter, I've not tried to get Metal Dust to run yet. Kind of waiting for some more games to check out on a Sunday stream. Although, might combine it with Sam's Journey, for example. That would be interesting. So I didn't look up to actually getting it running. I mean, shouldn't be too hard, right? I was also curious, maybe you know, but does it play on the Mister? Does the Mister C64? Yeah, let's music on. That's good, right? What are you doing? The Mister C64 core, does it have support for the Super CPU? Ah, that's unfortunate. But oh well, we can use it through Vice. Then Vice it is. I mean, I do have that somewhere on the CPU or my computer, I think, still. Oh, come on. Wow, they go straight for those weapons. Almost dead already. How can I pick it up? That is the question. There we go. And he picks it up right away. They are very hungry for those bats, man. This cat is called Griezo, which is a Dutch translation of Gribo from the Terry Pratchett books, Discworld books. And I really like that name. Even though he doesn't look nothing like the Gribo in the books, I guess. Funnily enough, like, initially I was actually getting a grey cat, which I wanted to use the name for, but the breeder already gave that grey cat a name called Mako, like in Pocahontas, or Miko, I don't know. But that one unfortunately already died before I even got it. And his name is spelled G-R-I-E Z or Z, whichever you prefer. O. Griezo. So yeah, you were close. Just the V had to be a Z. Griezo. Yeah, nothing else. Yeah, so I need to get the device working with the game for sure, because it looks like fun to check out. Super difficult though. Metal Dust. And there we go. That's what it is. Again, these controls are very difficult to get to grips with. Because again, you have like 8 directions, and keeping the fire button pressed down and then hitting one of the directions will make a certain move come out. And that's just so imprecise. It's possible, and I must admit that it displays much better than I remember it being. Like, it's actually pretty fluid in your controls. It's really difficult to be precise. Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, he does. Well, now also the treats help, of course. You know, when there's treats nearby, he tends to love everyone. But he is very sociable. He's very sociable in general, Griezo, because every time I get people over, he will sit immediately on top of them, just claims them. Especially the ones that are a bit scared of cats, of course, because that's how cats be, aren't they? Man, it's tough. It's tough. Hey there, Dave. Great to have you. I'm not sure if I even ever managed to get to any boss. I find this so difficult. Woo. cats are awesome. So there must be a lot of cat fights in that house. No, this is the second renegade. So Project Renegade, which is mostly the same. And you know, they're both great games. The third one is the one you do want to kind of avoid, I guess. So yeah, in this one, the first one is the first enemy you meet is this cyclist here, and I have trouble doing the flying kick here. Yeah, there we go. Speaking of majestic, Angoras can be quite majestic. Friso is supposed to be a Maine Coon. He's a bit small for a Maine Coon. Hey there, Dobby Lodge. Awesome to see you. How are you today? Yeah, I will show you in just a moment the Hobby Lodge where what we're working on here. I'm not sure if I'm familiar with those games, Dave. What do you program for game development? It's always been a kind of a thing that, like, I wish I could do that, but never actually happened. I mean, I never got further than some very basic, and I did later on get a bit further down in C++ and some Java, but not to a point where I could actually make any games or anything, unfortunately. Thank you very much for the follow. Awesome. At least I think that's what it said. Oh boy. Man, this is so tough. Unity. That's one of the newer ones, but you can make some really cool stuff with it. I mean, I know it gets a bit of a bad rap, Unity. Oh wow, if I actually connect, these dudes don't only take 2 hits. Huh. I should really hold on to the bat more. Yeah, it does seem a bit nicer. Yeah, I don't know why it gets such a bad rap, but everyone's like, Unity can't make good games. Yes, it can. It can make perfectly fine games. The problem with Unity is that a lot of people call themselves game developers, and they just use like these ready-made kind of concept games, you know, the content flips as they were called for a while. And Unity is kind of plagued with those, but that doesn't mean that the actual engine is crap. It's great. There's some really cool games for that. Oh man, this game is tough. Again, if you have like Double Dragon on the NES, then this one has so less value. Yeah, and I totally agree, Wouter. It's the creativity of the person just making a you know, every good game project should start with a good design document. What are you actually going to make? What is setting this apart from other games? And if you have that and you build from that, then you can have some neat stuff. No matter what kind of engine, I mean, there are awesome games for RPG Maker. There's some really cool games for that as well that are just going way beyond what the engine was initially intended for. Same with Game Maker and such. Well, I grew up on the C64, Dave, so that's why. When I've always pretty much known that there was a C64 in the house, which is probably not true, but I was born in '83. So I grew up with the Video Pack, or Odyssey 2 in the US, and the C64 mainly. Anyway, the Hobby Lodge, I want to show you real quick which box we are working on today. And that is this one from Ocean, the In Crowd. So, there's 8 games, and we played, which one did we play so far? We have Predator, Barbarian, Combat School, and Platoon. Was there another game on here? I forgot. I've not... Yeah, this is just Target Renegade. So I guess Target Renegade is also a multi-loader game. Yeah, let's move on to our next game, which should be over here. And this is... Yeah, it's an excellent box set with some really great Commodore 64 games. On here we have Grisor, Karnov. Yeah, that's are the 2 games on here. Did I? Oh, I actually rewound this one. Imagine that. And for those who don't know, Grisor is the original name for Contra. Live Ammo is a compilation that I also have, so we will probably next week check that one out. I think it was from Ocean as well, indeed. Sorry, Grizo. Yes, I know. Wouter, did I try Donut Dodo? I did not. I need to check that out. Is that a game made in the Unity engine? And I did play Thing on a String, or was it the sequel? We had a Thing on a String before. I think it was the sequel, the second one. And interesting platformer, but super tough. And Blagger Goes to Hollywood, I've never played. Yeah, Live Ammo, I think has Rambo, it has Green Beret, which we already played another time. And there is... what's... Top Gun is in that pack as well. And I think it is a 5 game pack. Yeah, the way I'm streaming here now is indeed from tape. These mostly are tapes from my childhood, and I need to size down my collection a bit. And tapes seem to be the first to go, unfortunately. So I'm just testing them out if they work. Have some fun with them while we're at it. I do also have a SD card to load in, so I'm figuring, you know, I can get rid of my tapes and still play on the actual Commodore 64 through the SD card. But there is, I must admit that it's real nostalgic just going back through these tapes and just loading them like, you know, they were intended to. It takes a while, but it's kind of cool fun, you know. It's what we were used to back in the day, and just fun times. to experience once again. It's part of the experience, what I'm trying to say, I guess. And yeah, I'm also really amazed that so many actually still work. I've only encountered a few that don't work so far, and I had expected way worse. And yeah, you gotta love the ocean loaders. I keep saying that the ocean loaders are amazing for their tunes. Anyway, let's see what Riser. I have cat hair everywhere. Thank you so much, cat. What Riser says on the back here. Oops, there goes 10%. I'm just going to put this away for a bit. There we go. That will make it a bit easier. And yeah, for those wondering, I do use my phone as a sort of loop to actually make me able to read what's on the box, the text strings. I use this thing all the time. Like if I go to a shop and I need to read the ingredients, I'll just pull it out there and look like a complete idiot. But hey, if it works, right? Riser. Featuring all the gameplay of the arcade original, Riser takes you into a thrilling alien world of force fields, fanatical guerrillas, and strange enemy defense systems. But you have the firepower, and maybe, with a little skill, in parentheses, grit and split-second timing, you can infiltrate the alien headquarters. Play Riser once, and you'll be hooked. Those are all qualities I don't have. And I will get too far in this one. It's quite tough, like all the Contra games are. Yeah, I think Ocean really fell down during the 32-bit era, where they were still kinda around and they didn't produce too many really great games. So I think that really kinda made them fizzle out, unfortunately. But they were giant during the 8-bit, 16-bit era. Yeah, 16-bit. Well, yeah, of course, 16-bit is also Amiga, and they had quite a presence there, of course. But when it came to, you know, we shifted way more to console gaming, and when it comes to console gaming, they always had a bit of a spotty record. Like most of the NES games from them aren't super fondly remembered, unfortunately. And granted, most of them are kind of crappy anyway. Compared to the actual good platformers, Ocean never made super cool platformers. Yeah, and you got Infogrames, of course, was also big names at the time. Did that dissolve into Ubisoft? Kind of makes sense. Funny little fact. At one point, like when Philips, I'm also kind of into the Philips CDI, for those who don't know. A funny thing, like when Philips pulled out from the whole CDI project, it actually got bought up by Infogrames. So there was, like in 1997-98, Philips CDI was no more. It was actually, technically speaking, Infogrames CDI. Kind of interesting. They didn't do a whole lot with it though. Yeah, there were 3 Zelda games exclusive for the system actually. Yeah, I will need to check out Donut Dodo. Let me just quickly write it down so I don't forget, as per usual. Donut Dodo. We'll need to check it out. Oh, I didn't actually type. What the heck? Yeah, now it worked. And 1 Mario game. And there is one prototype Mario game, and then there was a third Mario game which almost no one ever talks about, but there's also very little known about it. Because I think the Canadian government got in there to... oh, we are in the wrong port. Yeah, it's still in port 1. The Canadian government didn't want any of it, so I think they actually sent a cease on that Mario game. There we go. I have trouble with Contra on the best of times. Can we jump? How do we jump? Should be able to jump, right? Up does nothing. I need to figure this out. Is space jump? I hope not. Oh yeah, space is jump. Yeah, then we're definitely not getting far. Because as my system is set up, the spacebar is a bit inaccessible, so I'm not able to really do that, unfortunately. But this game, yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's definitely not the best port of Contra Greiser or Probotector or however you want to call it. But it's a decent conversion. And there's also the base stages are in this game. Not that I've seen many of them, but I've seen the first one at least. Spready spread, and bye bye spready spread. Has anyone ever seen the MSX version? I find that one super interesting because it does some really cool cool things. Oh, walk straight into that. Did that before as well. Come on, we can get to the first boss at least, right? But the MSX version of Contra actually, it's a flip screen, which is unfortunate. I think it came out for the MSX2. So there are some limitations. So it's flip screen, and you know, that kind of eh. This one at least scrolls nicely. And the MSX version is unique in that it actually allows you to have, keep doing that, 2 guns at a time, and you can switch between them through an inventory screen. Well, very basic one, I guess. Ah, well, we got to the boss at least. And it has a life bar, which would come in handy right now. I guess I can use the auto fire here. Might make things a bit easier. And I'm wrong. Straight into the bomb. So close. Oh no. I know Electric Adventures does a lot of MSX stuff. Oh, I do have well, I have a couple of MSX systems somewhere, but I don't think one of them still functions as they should. Man, without a jump, it's near impossible. I'm not sure why they didn't put the jump on the up thing, as so many Commodore 64 games did, but on the spacebar. Oh no, my spread shot. Well, usually I just lose it with within 2 seconds anyway, so not much of value was lost, I suppose. I do have a disc drive for C64, not sure where it's at, but I do have one. And I have a nice stack of discs as well we can still go through, which is always fun. So I will need to search that one up at some point. Come on, what's up, buddy? Man, controls are too finicky. I'm bad at Contra on the NES, or you know, let alone on anything that's more difficult. And you need such reflexes for this game. Wait, there was something behind this, right? I don't remember what, but there was a game behind this. A Nunchuk 64. I don't know what that is, Wouter, so I don't. Enlighten me. What's this Nunchuk 64? I only have the what's it called? The Ultimate? Is that the Ultimate 2 with the SD loader and then the Epic's fast loader, the remade thing, the green cartridge. Hey Erwin, great to have you, man. Welcome to the stream. How are you? Ah, Karnov was on here, which I also don't really remember. I mean, I know Karnov, but I don't remember the Commodore 64 version. What does the back say? Don't tell me you're hungry again. Oh, that sounds really, really interesting. That sounds super interesting. I need to look into that because that will make these games so much easier. Karnov, where are you? No, it's totally new to me as well, but the Nunchuk 64, I need to check that out because it sounds exactly like something that would make these games so much more accessible. It's one thing why I actually prefer the emulation route, because you can actually remap your buttons to whatever you want, and it's fantastic to like some of these games, they are excellent, and I expect that the whole Contra game becomes so much better if you just have the controls mapped out better. Karnov is a vast 4-way scrolling game that combines both strategy and fast action in 9 challenging levels of gameplay. It is recognized by arcade addicts everywhere as one of the best games of its kind. Karnov, well, of its kind, I think there's very few games that are of the kind of Karnov, huh? Kind of a weird game. Karnov also has something special in the way of characters. Have you ever been killed by a skeleton on a ostrich? I mean, it's... I actually never played the arcade game Karnov. Never played it. The only kind of experience I have with the is with the NES version, but even that is like ages ago. Was Karnov in ER Kung Fu? I could be, maybe. Wouldn't surprise me. Let's see what we can do. We know a whole lot. Press 1 or 2. Oh, I guess 1. Oh, we've got a multi-loader here. Hopefully this is not one like what was the one we did before where you have to the Predator. Predator was the game that had you load each time that you die. I hate those games. Wow, there's a lot of tape left on the first side. Really, how big is this tape? Couldn't they fit that? Are these levels so big that they need so much tape? Yeah, it's a huge tape. Like an hour tape or something. And press fire. Right? Press any key. Not fire. Get the map that leads to the treasure. It's loading, right? Yeah, there we go. Again, it's been forever since I ever loaded these games, and I don't think this was one of my favorites, because I don't remember anything of it. And it could just have to do with where you have to rewind and load in the game, because that's a big turn off for me for these games. What does the manual say? And it doesn't have a cool ocean loader, which also doesn't help. Is that even possible? Like, is there a legit way to play kind of a ZX Spectrum game on the C64? Karnav, the fire-breathing Russian, is seeking the lost treasure of Babylon. He runs, swims, jumps, climbs, and even flies through the 9 levels of absorbing gameplay. Countless bizarre monsters are out to stop him. Can you help him reach the treasure and defeat the evil wizard Rio? Karnav, based on the original Data East arcade hit. Yeah, I figured as much. That wouldn't be possible. Oh, there is Elwyn. That sounds pretty cool. And this does look like the Spectrum game. Oh, whoa. The scrolling. Oh, man. Oh, boy. It's choppy. This looks very Spectrum-like indeed. I'm kinda starting to see why I don't remember much of this game. Oh my. Yeah, it looks like a Spectrum conversion, and like the graphics, the clashing, the really choppy scrolling. Oh, come on. We're supposed to stay here. Just see how it will tell me to reload the game after this one. Oh, you can kill those bubbles, I guess. Auto fire to the rescue. I forgot to turn that off. Oh, you can duck. That would have been the skeleton. No, don't jump! Yeah, usually it's the other way around, where they port something to the Spectrum and it looks atrocious then. Commodore 64 and Spectrum are just different beasts, and to make something good for each, it needs quite a different idea of design philosophy, especially to avoid the color clashing and such. Man, it's so slow. Do we have infinite lives or something? Oh no, we actually game over there. I don't think on the NES you actually, even with turbo, are able to put out so many bullets. It's been a while since I played that version as well. And I've never checked out the arcade. No, don't point the wrong way. We're dead. We're dead. We're fucking dead. Yeah, we're dead. At least you don't have to reload the stage again, like in Predator. That was real crappy. Yeah, each time I jump, I kind of go backwards, which is not really thing you want to do. There we go. Not sure how you're supposed to do this without a turbo. Yeah, this game doesn't really win Commodore 64 any favors. Yeah, I thought it was a pit. You had to go up there. But you know, we all know that Atari is what where it was really at, wasn't it? I do have some Atari 800 systems as well, which is a cool system. There are some really cool Spectrum games though, but yeah, as I said, you really need a different kind of design philosophy to make it work. Just porting something over to it usually ends poorly. I wonder if there's also music in this game. Let's try the old M. Nope. Oh, don't go forward too far. Yeah, we're dead. Man, the choppiness is really making this hard to play. Is this the last life? I would love to get my hands on a Spectrum next someday. I really like that people are still making games for that system as well. But I totally missed that system when it was first announced, and you know, now it's all sold out. Because I have pretty much no experience with the Spectrum, so it would be a great way to get into that at some point. Look at us, we're actually making progress. Oh no! From behind is problematic. Can we make it? Can we make it? Can we make it? Oh, it seems they turn around at some point. That's good. Ah, he shoots. He returned to favor. Man, so close to the end. Yeah, it's starting over, huh? I think not. I think not, mister. I have enough of that. Now we have to now we still rewind all the way to the start again. This is a long tape. There is a new Kickstarter round for the next. I will need to go in there as well then, because I really want one. Looks amazing. And again, you know, just to explore the library of Spectrum in general. because I have no experience with it. I suppose we can give Griso another snacky here as we wait for the tape to rewind. He's behaving mostly. Oh, it's already booked. Oh well. Hopefully there will be a third one. I mean, I kind of get it. These things, they are kind of hard to produce. As throws out too. Yeah, you're getting some. And the tape's done. So let's move on to the final tape of this compilation here. Right? I'm missing. Oh yeah, I dropped that one. It's all the way on the back. So what was this? What do we have left? It's gonna be one of those. Oh yeah, moments. This side? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Not my favorite game. And I did not rewind this one either, of course. Awesome. Yeah, the one game we still have left on this compilation is The Last Ninja, and it's one of those games I respect it a lot. I really think it's very impressive, but I never had fun playing it. Especially as soon as the game demands some platforming, it just falls apart. And even the combat is kind of wonky. Yeah, FPGAs in general are just real expensive nowadays. Like, even if you want a Mister, it's getting that main board is a bit of an issue nowadays, unfortunately. Hopefully it'll change. Oh, you want to drink my water now? Good. Is Jim also the guy who makes some basic Commodore 64 videos on explaining those? There was one guy who made really cool basic tutorials. Not something I will really dive back into, I think. I never got too far in basic anyway. Just, you know, we had some of those books that explained how to write your own games. Write that over and learned a few things from that, but never actually did anything of any substance, I'm afraid. Oh, did he, Dave? That's actually. I mean, we have a lot to thank for him then, because it does help with a lot of these loading loaders. Most of the commercial games are fast loaders in some way. Oh, Griso, for real now. Yeah, I agree, Erwin. The Mister is worth every penny it is. I do have a Mister, and I was so lucky. I think I got it in 19, I think 19, maybe 18 still. But you know, seeing that now it's like double the price, I'm glad I got it when I did. Although I need to update it real bad, because I haven't updated in about half a year now. So usually that adds like a ton of features if you wait that long. Cool little custom loader sit tune there. I mean, The Last Ninja does have some cool music in it. And it's a really cool and ambitious game. It's just, I don't know, it never gelled with me. Too complicated. Piece of cake. He's not happy. He got not enough treats, I'm afraid. So he takes matters in his own paws. Ben Daglish made some amazing music for the Commodore 64. Deflector tune is still one of my favorites ever. Really, really cool stuff. I've never played the sequel to this one. The Lost Ninja 2. I'm not sure how much that actually improved things, but you know, as I never really cared much for the first one. I was never too interested to check it out. I mean, it's a cool premise. Oh, did it? Yeah, I think this was the only version we had, like in this compilation. And this kind of Eastern music on the C64, it's also really unique. Don't hear that too often. But in the start of this game, there's already the thing with the stones you need to jump on. It's horrible. It's just, you need to be very precise. I do really like it, like seeing people who actually sat down and learned how to play. It's an amazing game to see being played, but man, it's hard to get to grips with yourself. Yeah, seeing someone who actually knows what they're doing playing this. Just a moment, we should just open the door again. And as he does, you will immediately feel like the draft going in. I don't know, man. I played Ninja Gaiden. I had fun with that. And probably more than this. Even though it's super tough as well. Yeah, it's... yeah, this is one of those games. Just seeing a long play or an LP or whatever, it's great. But playing it yourself, I can't get into it. But yeah, we'll see what we... how fast we can die. Thank you, Friso. You're back. Sometimes I just think he does that to spite me. I mean, it's a cat, so, you know, it's good assumption, right? No treats, then I'm going to do stuff that you don't like. I don't remember this one taking so long to load. I thought this was also... or at least I thought it first loaded a intro thing. But I guess not. Or maybe it does, and you know, you click the button, then you wait for another 10 minutes. Yeah, I don't have many loaders that have a counter, but it does help. I do have a few that count upwards, which is completely useless. Like you get the hexadecimal counting upwards, which like what's the point? Because I still don't know where it will end. And unfortunately, the music stopped. That's sad. This box, all the games work. Kind of cool. Still, I'm so surprised that so many of these games still work, because it's not like I've stored these particularly nicely. I never really cared to, you know, keep track of humidity or heat, or I think some of these have even been in the sun for a while. And they still work. Although, you know, knock on wood, just watch how this one crashes now. But yeah, that's true. Like if you see the color bars moving color, then that typically means that you're still good and nothing has gone wrong yet. I didn't actually read the back of the box. So now it's done, isn't it? Normally I do that during loading and I completely forgot. Of course now it's done. Alright, let's see. But yeah, music, awesome music. Love this music. Oh yeah, this dude can do the moonwalk, right? We're supposed to first grab the sword. I know there is a sword somewhere in the park, right? On the stone. So, if we are the last ninja, then who are all these dudes? Are they fake ninjas? Also kind of interesting, you can't actually... Oh, you can. You can walk horizontally, but not vertically. That is weird. Yeah, this is a sword, right? But how did you pick it up? I forgot. With space? I think you also need to be at a very specific position to pick things up. Should have read the controls, I guess. Was it space? Oh man. Manual, where are you? I need to... Probably one of the manuals I actually check out back in the day as well, because it's so complex. Where are you? That's Riser, that's Barbarian. That's Cocoon. Yeah, you can somersault. I think I kind of already did that by accident. Last Ninja. Ah, Last Ninja. Here we are. Controls. How do we pick stuff up? And, you know, might as well look at the thing to actually attack people. Yes, game controls. Yeah, that's moving. Moving is okay. Just the buttons. Wouter, Erin, you... I noted a game last time during stream that is completely free on Steam right now. Might be worth checking out. It's made by Dutch dudes. It's called Bloody Hell, and it's excellent fun for a quick checkout. And as I said, it's completely free. No weapon without fire button pressed 1, 4, 6, 8. Oh, they gave every direction a number. No weapon with fire button pressed. Punch, kick, or sword. How do I pick up? Holding nunchucks. There's controls for each weapon. Are you kidding me? Where's just... What? Object. Status life. It doesn't really say. Let's try F3 and No. It must say somewhere, right? I was supposed to pick stuff up. I'm not sure. If you're on YouTube, for some reason YouTube starts to drag after a while, and refreshing the page helps, and Twitch doesn't seem to really enjoy the bitrate I've chosen sometimes. I don't know. I have no clue what I'm doing most of the time. The game can only yada yada yada. In order to create better player realism in the game, we've developed a relative movement technique. Great. How do you pick stuff up? The F keys didn't do nothing. Or I'm in the wrong position. That's of course also possible. Okay, turning you around, I don't want to turn around, I need to pick something up. Man, this is so confusing. Wait. No weapon with fire button press. Crouch for directions 2, 4, 6, 8. But also search and block. So which directions are the even numbers? Those are the diagonals. So, button pressed. And nothing happens. Wait, the whole game crashed. What the heck? Must be one of the F keys. Yeah. It's not letting me pick up the freaking sword. I know it's there. I know I've done it in the past. Let's see. Yeah, with these skill sets, no wonder they don't populate the Earth anymore. You know what? Screw that. Yeah, this I remember this part. This is near impossible. I can't even pick something up, let alone. And now you're expecting me to actually jump across here, huh? Oh wow, look at that. Yeah, this. Okay, actually walk. Oh, you can actually walk over that one. Okay. Not that one. Let's go up here and just avoid this guy this time. I said avoid. Dude, let me pass, man. You shall not pass. No, he won't let us pass. Bastard. This one did before, so yeah. He's a bit slower as well. Yeah, again, super impressive game that they made it work on the Commodore 64, but just a bit too complicated for its own liking. We'll see another game soon that that is much like that, which is Driller, which is really a game that is, yeah, it's impressive that it even loads. But would you want to? Yeah, I just don't know how to pick that up. It's not working. Like, I press the button, I press the diagonal and he does the jumping. Even when I press the down thing. I don't get it. Wait, we could walk before. Why not now? We could walk over it just fine before. I remember, like, in the Assassin's Creed series, I was so weirded out before, you know, you've got these super highly trained assassins and they can't swim. Like, what? Yeah, we're not getting anywhere here. But it works, you know, that was my purpose for this stream. But again, it's just a game. I respect it a lot for what it does, but I can't play it. I cannot play it. What time are we living at? 10 more minutes. I suppose we can check out one more game. Yeah, it's so weird. But yeah, that was video game logic back then. Oh no, we can't have... we drown in a puddle. Yeah, I have a couple of games here that were meant as reserves for if something crapped out. Yes, I am from the Netherlands, so we have European Central Time here, and it's almost 11. And I try not to go too far over 11, also because I do live in an apartment building and, you know, some people do have to work tomorrow. There's the tape I threw to the wall. But yeah, I'm quite... Yeah, same time zone, Spain as the Netherlands. But yeah, quite happy with this pack. It works. Every game functions normally. Yeah, so this is the first one on the top, so let's just do this one as the last one. It won't take long, because I know this is also one of those notorious multi-loader games that just goes like, oh, you died? Well, load in again. And this game is super difficult. The Hunt for the Red October. I can rewind it. So let's see if this one still works. Man, I haven't seen this movie in ages. Sean Connery in here, right? Let's see what the back of the box says. Also a game that I did play on the NES. I think it's pretty similar to that. Find what, Erwin? Sorry, I was paying attention. Hunt for the Red October. The Red October, Russia's top secret and nearly undetectable nuclear missile submarine, is heading west to defect. Can you navigate the treacherous, oh boy, Reykjanes Ridge? Evade the formidable Soviet Red Banner fleet and rendezvous with the US Navy in the deadly battle for survival? When to attack, when to hide, when to run? The decision is yours. I mean, it's music during the loader, but it's no ocean loader, this one. Nope, definitely not. Kind of love those screenshots on the back, by the way. They are like just pictures taken from the screen. Not sure if that's coming out nicely like this. Probably should go to the full screen here. But yeah, you can see the gloom of all the objects because it's just a photo taken from a CRT screen. You know, quality from back then. Sometimes they had surprisingly good screenshots where you really kind of gotta wonder, like, how did they pull that off? These ones, not so great. And I'm not really sure if this is actually a good game or not, because I just never got very far. It's you die very easily, and then you have to load each time over and over again. That's a bit of an odd loading screen, this. Which I'm not sure I'm very confident about. Yeah, that doesn't look very normal, but who knows. Silently beneath the chilly Atlantic waters, Russia's top secret nuclear missile submarine, the Red October, is heading west. Red October is armed with 26 SSN-20 Seahawk missiles, capable of destroying 200 cities. How are 26 missiles able to destroy 200 cities? Oh, whatever. And is the pride of the Soviet Navy. As the most senior of Russian submarine commanders, you are ordered to test the latest Soviet Navy naval technology, a submarine so powerful and so quiet, with its unique and revolutionary caterpillar drive system, that it is almost impossible to detect. Your hand-picked officers are totally loyal and will risk their lives for you. But the enlisted crew know nothing about your mission to defect. The US Navy is unsure of your real intentions, but is convinced by Jack Ryan, senior intelligence official at the CIA, that your defection is true. Unfortunately, the Soviet Red Banner Fleet, one of the most powerful fleet in the world, has orders to pursue and destroy you at any cost. It is in this deadly battle of survival you must successfully complete 5 levels of action. Yeah, and you're not wrong in that assumption. At least the first level is a side-scroller. What was that really cool arcade submarine side-scroller? In the Hunt, right? In the Hunt, really cool shooter. This one is not as cool. But what I remember from the NES version is that there's actually different gameplay types, none of which are actually great. Yeah, In the Hunt is the one. Yeah, that's a cool shooter. But unfortunately, we're not playing that. Oh yeah, I've given up on the ninjas. I couldn't even pick up the freaking sword. And then the Stepstones came, and we went for a swim in the park, which apparently ninjas can't do. Level 1. You must deliver Jack Ryan onto the USS Dallas submarine in mid-Atlantic. The weather is bad, Jack hates flying, gale force winds, and low fuel brings increased danger to Jack. One false move and Jack is dead, and the mission is aborted. Wait, that's not the first level that I remember. Jack? And we're loading in again. Yeah, the last ninja was super big back then. you know, it is super impressive. But yeah, there's no more ninjas now, unfortunately. They all drowned indeed. So is level 1 like a very easy level that I actually got through? Level 2, navigate the treacherous Reykjanes Ridge, one of the key ridges in Red Route 1. You will need to navigate through deep and narrow channels. Avoid heat-seeking automatic guided missiles and mines and remain undetected. Yeah, I guess the first level is then very easy. Because I remember the submarine part. Level 3. Successfully guide Jack Ryan to rendezvous with the Red October. From a mini-sub where great precision and skill is essential. We will never see level 3. Level 4. Face the final, or so you think, confrontation with the Soviet Red Banner fleet. The full force of their navy confronts you, homing missiles, depth charges, and totally dedicated submarine commanders. In pursuit, you will be stopped. Level 5. Finally, you have succeeded. Or have you? Await the ultimate challenge. Can you and the precious Red October survive? Probably not. Oh, we started. I guess we just need to land here, right? Or do we land in there or on the top thing? I don't know. Oh wait, that's water. Oh, some damage. Some damage is not good, but it's not the worst. You live. Energy 60%. And back to loading. Yeah, so no wonder I got through the first stage. Yeah, this is a super interesting loading screen, isn't it? I really don't know any other loaders that do this weird kind of wavy pattern like this. Usually you have the chunky bars. And as far as submarine movies, yeah, not really my genre either. As you say, too cramped. Take control of the Red October. Alright. Damn it, game. I was ready to shoot some fools up. Maybe that was intentional, that the loading would remind you of the sea. It is kind of trippy though. I've got them on full screen. One of those things, if you look away, your vision goes all screwy, as I'm sure. Well, jokes on them, my vision is always screwy. What? Cats like petting. Well, his priorities are on the food and the drinks and all the good stuff. And he knows there will be... Oh, yeah, right, I made you dirty. I'm sorry. You know there's still some milk coming. So he'll stick around for that. We will try. We will try not to puke. And if I remember... I just remember that once you die you have to load in again. So this is a game I never played much because that's just such a pain in the ass. I do have another submarine game for the Commodore 64. Which one was that? It's the Microprose game. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Shoot the fools. Those are mines. Can we blow those up? We can. Okay, that didn't go too well. Oh, they are homing. What's this? Hey there, Mystic Fjord. Great to have you here again. Oh no, depth charges. You will be done tomorrow? That sounds excellent. And we died. Oh wait, we do have an extra life, yeah. It's cool. And we died again. Oh no, 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 not in the... Something hit me from off screen. That's always nice. What's this? Can I even... No, I can't. I can't even get it. Oh boy. I don't think I've ever played the Tarzan game. Oh, we can shoot upwards. Yeah, Mystic Foods, thank you so much for joining us and take care. Good luck packing. And we dead again. Man, you die real fast. Rectober destroyed a lot of times. I thought you only had one life, but it's a bit more lenient there, I suppose. But yeah, I'm not going to try that again. It works. That's the most important thing. It actually is also kind of weird. It kept playing. Normally, games when they uploaded, they stop. But this one's kept playing, so you know it takes even longer to rewind. I did not notice it until we were done. We shall thank you very much for subscribing, Dave. Awesome, thank you so much. We shall next time go through, I think, the live ammo box. But yeah, this. Yeah, it's past 11, so I do want to quit it for now. I had another game here, but we'll check that one out next time as well. Which is... Well, should I even say it? Maybe not. Maybe I should. It's here now anyway! But yeah, I had one more reserved game here. But we'll skip that one to next time, which is not the greatest game. It's Afterburner! Sega Classic, and look at those graphics, guys. Look at those graphics. This is amazing. You bastards putting on fake screenshots. Anyway, I'm going to give Frizo some milk, and then we will close this one off. But yeah, it was a very fun stream. Thank you all so much for joining me and just making this so much more fun and experiencing these games once more. Really glad that all the games work this time around. You're getting your milk, buddy. And it was just a blast playing them again. Even though I suck at all of them. These old games, they are not pulling any punches. But oh well, it's just fun to go through. And I think on Wednesday I will be playing, by the look of the poll, I will be playing some Chips Challenge. It's been forever since I played that original game on, I think it was Windows 3.1 still? I don't know, maybe 95, 98, I don't remember, it's been a while anyway. And on Sundays we will check out some more Commodore 64 games for sure. So hopefully some of you guys will be back then and check it out and have fun together. And once again, I want to thank you so much for joining me. was a blast, and next time we have a blast again, and hope to see you in my videos, in your videos, wherever, maybe on the socials or whatever. And until that time, thank you so much once again, and take care. For now I say, de muzzle!